Hello, fellow leggers.
Well, we're starting Christmas early today because we're only at the Coventry Belgrade to see Nativity, the musical.
So stick around to find out how many stars we're going to give this piece.
And whether it's break a leg
Or leg it. Yeah, it's lovely to have you with us once again.
I gotta say, not a fan of Christmas. So I feel
You're
like
Scrooge. Is
a
that
little
what we're
bit,
saying
but
here?
I've got to say, I think I need to get into character here because the only way I'm truly going to embrace the spirit of Nativity the musical is by sort of throwing myself into the festive fair.
And how are you going to do that? I wonder.
With a hat, guys.
Oh, it makes all the difference.
Oh my God, I feel like Santa.
Have you suddenly grown a Christmas heart?
I am like the end of a Christmas Carol where he goes, "You there, boy, go and buy a turkey, the biggest one in the window." Like, and they all have Christmas dinner together. That's
Okay, so Nativity, the musical, what do us leggers, now you're in your Christmas spirit, need to know about this?
Well, it's based on the film of the same name, the first film, because I think there's about 14 of them now. There's quite a lot of sequels.
I think the fourth is coming out next
Oh,
month.
is it just the fourth? But it's a Coventry story about a small Catholic primary school that believe that they're going to get a visit from a Hollywood agent in order to turn their musical version of Nativity, the Nativity story, into a Hollywood movie.
Have you seen the film?
Yeah, and I absolutely love the film. Like, it's one of, considering I'm not that big on Christmas, it's actually one of my favourites. I think it's funny, it's heartwarming, the story's interesting. I do like the film.
Okay.
It's the songs in the film.
Oh, really?
So we've already got a basis for the music.
Okay.
But there's more songs in this as well, and Debbie Isaac has helped put them all together. She's the director and writer of the original film. She's directing this as well. So it's pretty important to her.
And you managed to catch up with the cast and Debbie.
Did.
And you can check out that interview just up there. It was a lot of fun.
What a treat that was. And talking about cast, we've only got some bloody great names in this show.
Such as
Simon Lipkin.
Oh my goodness, he's done loads.
He's done Avenue Q, he's done Assassins, he did I Can't Sing, the short-lived X Factor musical. He's also done, who else have we got? Ashleigh Gray, an actual Elphaba from Wicked. Amazing. Also Scott Garnham of Les Mis fame. He's also one of the Barricade Boys, so he tours now with a bunch of other people. He's a great talent, and I met him as well. Aren't I lucky?
Okay, so I guess anything else we need to know?
About 2 hours and 20, including a 20-minute interval.
Okay.
Can't wait.
Okay, we'll stick around to the interval to find out our 30-second interval breakdown.
And also how many stars we're going to give the piece.
We've come to the interval, which means it is time for the Break-a-Leggers 30-second interval breakdown.
Go! What do you think so far?
I'm absolutely loving it. What an absolute surprise this is. I'm not a particular fan of the film, but I think this cast is fantastic. The script is fantastic. The comedy is comedy gold and genius. How about you?
I love the film. I love the story. It's not totally original, but it works so well as a musical. And Simon Lipkin could possibly be one of the greatest musical theatre comedy actors of our generation. He is a sensation. Well, we come to the end of Nativity, which means that at some point I'm going to have to take the hat off, guys.
Oh, are you sad?
I'm a little bit sad.
You've owned the hat all evening.
Well, Santa came early, and the rest of the year, Mrs. Claus was disappointed.
Okay, so let's move along. What did you make of that?
I absolutely had a ball. I would go so far as to say that it is the perfect panto alternative. If you've got a choice this year, do we spend the money on panto or do we go and see Nativity the musical? Depending on the panto, go and see Nativity the musical. Depending on what's coming up near you. It is such a thrilling, beautiful, fun, emotional, great family show, which is pitched perfect no matter who you are, what your age is, where you come from. You will find something to love about this show.
Okay, I absolutely loved it as well.
Good.
I thought it was absolutely brilliant.
You mean we agree?
Yes, film-wise, didn't care too much about the film. I mean, it's a good film. It's okay. It was just okay. I absolutely loved this. The cast of kids that moved so well. A story follows a similar format to kind of like, I guess, School of Rock. Like the same format with kids trying to put something on or anything, I guess even Sister Act in terms of getting people together, that kind of format. So it's a story we know, but what works so well is just the lead character. Is it too soon to go into characters?
Yeah, we'll move on to that. I want to talk about production a little bit because I want to say, what a set.
It's brilliant.
What
set.
a brilliantly inventive, creative and beautiful, fantastic to look at set.
And integrated with lighting as well. I thought the lighting was great.
For a touring production, this is a set to rival any main house, big house, West End stage.
It will transfer perfectly because it's spending some time in London, right?
Well, it's going to the event in Apollo, Hammersmith is
Okay.
where it's going. It's a sort of slightly outside of London, but still in the London borough. But yes, I mean, it would fill that stage, but it will absolutely overwhelm in the suburbs. I'm sure if you catch this out on tour, it's going to be a spectacle like you may not have seen before. And just for the set and the whole, goings on of the set, it's worth the ticket price alone.
It dazzles, it sparkles,
It shines.
It shines. It is really innovatively directed as well. The scenes move really well together. Goodness me, the cast is non-stop busy.
They are.
Like, as soon as they're off, I imagine they're getting changed, ready to come back on again.
I think Debbie Isaac's getting a money's worth here, isn't she, with regard to
their
the
cast, yeah.
But she just knows how to drive a plot. And okay, guys, we don't need to hang around here. Have we hit the plot point? Brilliant. Have we made them laugh? Great. Have we made them cry? Even better. Move on, move on, move on.
And it moves on with such pace. I loved it. It's the kind of direction that I love and yearn for in many adaptations and versions of theatre that we see.
Because you're keen, let's go on to the cast.
Okay, Simon Lipkin is absolutely fantastic. He's been great in everything we've seen, really. Avenue Q, Assassins at the Many a Chocolate Factory. So we know he's good.
Yeah, but
boy,
where he shines is his comic timing and his comic ability. You put Simon Lipkin, who is such a strong stage presence, into a role like this, where he gets to improv and he gets to shake things up a bit and keep the other cast members on the toes, and you can see the joy in his face and his performance of throwing people off balance, including the audience, and that is a really special gift.
And the audience, as a result, absolutely love him.
They do.
Oh my goodness. I mean, it's hard for me sometimes to laugh, crack a smile, because I can kind of see where things are going. Like, I've got the end of the joke before we got there. I was crying with tears of laughter this evening
So
in the
rare
earlier
for
scenes. It was just perfect. Some comic mastery, and that also comes as a double act. Him and Mr Maddens, played by
Scott Garnham. I mean, it would be, what is a sort of jester without his straight guy, without the straight man? And Scott plays that sort of hard-faced, I'm trying to be serious here, let's behave ourselves role really, really well. I mean, he's not without his comic moments himself, but do you know what? He has to keep that character and the actor Simon Lipkin in line, and he does that with great ability.
Yeah, because Mr Poppy is only funny against Mr Maddens. If Mr Maddens wasn't so straight-laced, it wouldn't work. So the interplay between the two, the trust they have with each other as actors to be able to deliver that real, genuine performance each night and to make it unique and just trust each other is a real special chemistry they have that works really well.
Another shout out for Andy Brady in the role of Gordon Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I really liked his journey, because you see him become this hard-faced, not so nice person who starts off optimistic and full of joy, and then has his own reasons for turning out the way that he's turned out.
Bitter.
For turning bitter. And you know what? That's a trap that we can all fall down in life. I mean, we all start off as optimistic young children, don't we, with the world at our feet, and life sort of sucks it out of us, so we become bitter and resentful.
Anyway, so really, really nicely played there. Any other? Well, like I say, the whole cast was absolutely fantastic. We've got to give a shout out to the kids.
Yes.
There's a group of, I think it's about 8 kids that are going to be travelling with the show, and boy, are they unique and talented, and do they give some sass and some pizzazz and some individuality and some character. They're just brilliant, a joy to watch.
Really are. Quick shout out to Ashleigh Gray in the role of Jennifer as well. Beautiful singing voice, has gone to show once again that she is a great singing talent. So thank you, Ashleigh. I love your voice. Seeing it here in Coventry for me is a whole different level to it, because it's in its hometown. The Coventry jokes land so well here, and so probably quite differently than they might land in other towns and cities. But I just love being in that audience. I mean, just a joy, absolute joy. Coventry Belgrade's great theatre.
Yeah, and it's modernised as well. It's current. I can tell that they've updated the script to now. It's not a set period. It is right now.
Do you know what I like seeing it at Coventry, actually? I like the house because there's no overhang of the circle. So even if you're right at the back of the stalls or at the back of the circle, you've got like a perfect view. And I just think this is a great, because it's such a spectacle.
It's a good venue.
You want to take it all in, don't you?
Yeah,
you want
the
to see
Belgrade is
everything
good
all
for
at
this.
once, and it's a great setting for the show.
Yes.
Let's round it up.
Okay, well, I guess you're probably wondering how many stars we are going to give Nativity, the musical, at the Belgrade Theatre, but also going out on a tour.
Stars like on top of a Christmas tree, star.
Just like those stars.
We are going to give 5.
5 stars.
Not 5 gold rings, but 5 gold stars.
5
just
gold
over there,
stars.
right?
I
Where are
absolutely
they? Over
love
here?
this.
Oh, are they over there?
Oh, look.
That's where they
There
are.
they are. It's an absolutely brilliant show. I really, really enjoyed it. This is perfect for, I want to say, a family show. If you've got kids that are juniors, they would love it. Teenagers also, because there's that brilliant thing of pitching it to the kids and pitching it to the adults.
And
the
bring your
windows.
kids, bring your grandparents along.
Grandparents
Even they would love it. They would have a great time. No one, it feels left out with this show. It has something for absolutely everybody.
I would say if this is coming to a town near you, then grab any kids you know for an excuse to go. Your nephews, your children.
We've got kids with us, so we didn't look weird in the crowd just on our own two sort of
just
men
any
in
excuse,
their 30s.
any excuse to get a ticket. Like, this is really, really fun, really well devised and presented.
Full of the songs that you know, and some new songs as well. We didn't even mention the songs.
I didn't know. Oh, we didn't mention the music. It's a musical, by the way. The music accompanies really well the story. But the thing is, it's about the story, and I feel as if the music accompanied the story really well. It wasn't a music, it was a story and characters with the music that suited it perfectly.
Anyway, that's just what we think.
Just what we think.
What do you guys think? I mean, it's going out on a big tour. Maybe you're catching it. Maybe you're catching it in London. Let us know.
Maybe you've caught it before.
Yes, it's been out before.
What was your thoughts then? Let us know.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you. We're the Break-A-Leggers.
And we'll catch you again soon. Bye!